Hello, welcome everybody to Facebook Live Yoga. Tonight we're going to be doing a little bit of a yin yoga practice. It's going to be more restorative, so you can wear just loose clothing, be comfy. I'm even wearing socks just to stay warm. We're not going to need our feet. We're not going to need that traction because we're not going to be doing any flow. So also go ahead and grab a couple pillows and maybe turn the lights down low. If I was doing this by myself, I would just have my salt lamp on and turn off all the lights, put on some relaxing music, and we're going to stretch it out. So in normal yoga, we do a whole warm up before we stretch out our muscles. When we stretch with cold before our muscles are warm, so yin yoga, we get into stretches before even warming up our body. And what that allows us to do is get into the fascia and the ligaments. So that's what yin yoga is about. And then I'm adding the restorative just to make this a little more calming, and that's what we have our pillows for. So yin yoga can be a little bit difficult because we're holding poses for a long time, but we're going to add a little relaxation factor with pillows, make it a little bit easier. So yeah, let's get started. Go ahead and grab your pillow. Place it long ways on your mat. You can either keep the knees together or open them wide. We're gonna come into a modified child's pose to start. So just start to fold over your pillow. You can have the arms reaching out like an extended child's pose, reaching out towards the top of your mat, or you can have your hands out to the side, to your sides. And then just bring the side of your face to the pillow. So it's a modified child's pose. Just starting to arrive here on your mat, just like we always do. Start to notice your breath. Feeling the belly fall between the knees on every inhale. Feeling the back of the rib cage expand with air as well. You can even close the eyes. You could do a full yin practice with your eyes closed. You're just letting the shoulders hang heavy. I'm starting to let everything go here. Yin yoga is great for letting go. A lot of the times throughout the day, we feel like we have to have control over everything. So especially if you have a job where you have to hold everything together, this is just a great way to release, let everything go. Each pose we hang out for a few moments, quite a few minutes. Just kind of letting everything relax, getting into those muscles, letting them stretch out naturally without striving. We're still starting here, so just letting go of your day. Letting go of anything you need to do after class. Just taking this maybe 30 minutes or so out of your day to take care of your body, to relax. We're about halfway through, so you can go ahead and turn your cheek to the other side. I'm going to keep it even here. If you're just tuning in, we're doing some yin yoga, so we hang out in each pose for a few minutes at a time. Just seeing if we can release through the low back here. If you have somebody with you, they can come and place their hands on your sacrum and just give a little pressure, helping stretch out the spine. Just focusing on your breath. I know a lot of you are at home, so if there's anything going on, try to stay internal. Stay focused on the breath. Stay focused on the releasing of your muscles, the relaxation. From here, just start to walk your hands underneath your shoulders and press up. Go ahead. Actually, we can keep our pillows here. Come to a tabletop position. We're just going to take our left arm, thread it underneath the right, dropping the shoulder and the side of the head to the pillow. Just going to get into the shoulder blades a little bit here. Start to feel them relax. Fully submitting to the pillow. Your right hand can stay here next to your face if that's comfortable. You can extend it out to the top of your mat if that feels better. You can maybe even bring it up to the sky first and then place your hand on your sacrum. Just adding a little twist, maybe even try to grab onto the left thigh. If your body allows, we want it to be relaxing, so no striving here. Placing the hand wherever you can relax into the pose. I'm going to be here for a couple minutes. Just trying to let everything go. We like to call it the yogi breath. So on every inhale, really think about deepening through the lungs. And on your exhale, just see if you can fully relax your muscles. Focus on that every inhale and exhale and really notice how you can stay present through the breath. The breath is super useful. We can use it to relax as well. So if you just take a deep inhale, really feel the lungs expand, and then part the lips, exhale through the mouth. Do that a few times. Just notice how different your body feels before and after. You take some cleansing sighs. A few more moments here before we start to unwind and make our way to the other side. And slowly start to release the right arm. If you have it on the sacrum, bring it back up towards the sky. And then bring it back close to the face and gently start to unwind. Taking it nice and slow. We'll make our way to the other side. Stay where you're at. I have to turn around here. I don't want to be facing away from the camera. So we're in a tabletop position. Right arm comes underneath the left, dropping the shoulder and the head to the pillow. Just kind of relaxing into it, finding a comfortable spot that you can fully let your muscles go. It's just a great spinal twist. A great way to get into the shoulder blades. Your left hand can stay here. Maybe you can extend it along to the top of your mat. Maybe you want to add a little bit more of a spinal twist. The fingers can come to the sky. Maybe even try to grab onto your right thigh. Or just plop it there on your back. That adds a little spinal twist too. No need to strive here. We're just relaxing everything. It's what yin, it's not really what yin's about, but restorative is about relaxing. So we're doing some yin postures in a really restorative way. Seeing if we can let everything go through the breath, finding a deep inhale through the nose, parting the lips and sighing it out. Feel free to make a sound. We do that naturally as humans, yet we tend to not do that when we're around people. It really is a great way to release any tension, any frustration, just making sounds. Maybe even fluttering the lips. Just play with different sounds. See what one works best for you. We have a few more moments here before we start to unwind. And slowly start to release the left hand. If you have it binded, bring it back up towards the sky. Either way, start bringing it back next to your face so that you can start to unwind nice and slow. Maybe shake it out a little bit. And then we'll come into back to tabletop. We're going to come into a quick downward facing dog. You can go ahead and release your pillow for this one. Keep it handy. So tuck the toes, press the hips into the sky for downward facing dog. We're going to take our left knee and place it next to our left wrist. Drop the hips, untuck the toes. So you can find a few different placements for your pillow if you want to relax and just bring the pillow out in front of you. Or if this is a lot on your hips, you can take the pillow and bring it underneath your hips. Just gives a little elevation, makes the stretch less intense. So whatever you prefer, find the position that's right for you. Start to come on down to the elbows. Just fully relax onto the pillow for pigeon pose. You might fall asleep here, guys. Just send that breath all the way down into the hips, to the outer left thigh. And every exhale, we just let everything relax. See if you can consciously let all of your muscles go. Imagine yourself sinking into your mat. If you're just tuning in, we didn't warm up here, so you can hop in. I'm doing some restorative yin yoga here. Nice and relaxing. Staying focused on your body, on your breath. Enjoying the release of the muscles and the fascia, the ligaments. I'm going to stay here for a couple more minutes. You might start to fall asleep a little bit. That's okay. If you hold a lot of tension in your hips, your outer thigh, you can add those sighs here. Imagine the air going all the way down into the hips, and then part the lips on your exhale. Just let it all go. See if you can relax through every exhale. Got another 30 seconds here. Hang in there. Just focusing on the breath, staying present with your body. I know you're at home. Probably lots going on. Try to stay internal here. And slowly start to come up back up onto the hands. Tuck the back toes. We're just going to make our way to all fours and just extend the left leg. Maybe add a little rock here, just letting that blood flow back, letting it breathe. You can add a little movement if you like. And then we'll make our way to the other side. So tuck the toes, hips to the sky for downward facing dog, just for a quick moment. Right knee next to the right wrist. Drop the hips, untuck the toes. Start to find that position for your pillow. Once again, if you're just tuning in, you can hop in. We're doing yin yoga. You can have the pillow out in front of you, or if this is too much on your hips, you can bring the pillow underneath yourself. It just gives you a little bit more room to relax. Start to come on down to the elbows, laying yourself on your pillow. We'll be here for 3 minutes. Just enjoying the release of the outer thigh. Maybe even all the way up into the glute, into the inner thigh as well. Maybe even the hip flexor of the left leg, all depending on your body. Using your yogi breath, deep inhales, filling the entire lungs with air. Every exhale, we just see if we can relax more into the pose. You can even imagine sending the breath all the way down into the hips, into the thighs. And as you exhale, just imagine those muscles sinking deeper into your mat. Fully releasing, letting everything go. You can even add those sounds, maybe fluttering the lips. Maybe you prefer sighing it out. Super great way to release any tension, any frustration. Just feel my whole body sink when I do that. Your leg might start to get a little tingly. It's okay. We'll get out of it soon. Add another 30 seconds or so. Try to stay with your breath. And slowly starting to come back up onto the hands. Tuck the back toes and come to all fours. Go ahead and extend the right leg and stretch out through the calf here. Add a little movement, get that blood flowing back to that leg. Nice. Go ahead and sit it up. And we'll extend the legs along the mat. Coming into Paschimottanasana, just a forward fold. So go ahead and grab your pillow. So a few options here. If you can fold forward comfortably and just hang here for a few minutes, You can bring the pillow flat on your legs. If that's intense, which it is for a lot of people, you can bring the pillow straight up. And when you fold forward, you can just bring your forehead to the pillow. It just acts as a little propping you up. So maybe do a couple ankle rolls here. Roll through the shoulders, through the neck. And then find the position for your pillow. And we're just going to fold over. You can even double up the pillow. I want you to be comfortable. We're going to hang out here for a few minutes. Stretching out through the entire back of the legs. Just trying to keep my face towards the mic, but I'm going to bring my forehead to the pillow. So hopefully you can hear me okay. Letting the shoulders hang heavy. Just letting the palms rest on the mat next to your legs. Knees can be bent here. We're not striving for anything. We're just relaxing. It's a great practice for letting everything go, especially if you feel like you have to be in control all the time, if you have kids, if you have a stressful job. You're constantly holding everything together. Yin and restorative is just a great way to let everything go, to just be. We're not trying to stretch for flexibility. We're just relaxing into the poses. Staying very internal, staying with the breath, staying very present with our bodies. Just enjoying all the sensations of relaxation, stretching, mindfulness. If you have a hard time staying present, a few good mindfulness techniques. You can do them here. We can practice them while we're in this pose. The first one, just noticing all of the sounds in the room, maybe even outside of the room. Not letting them bother you, but using them to bring you into the present moment. Another mindfulness technique is noticing the temperature in the room, really feeling the air on your skin. Trying not to let it bother you if it's too cold or too warm, but just being present. I love the quote, or it's a story about Buddha. And they're walking through the snow and they're asking him how he's so calm because they're so cold. And he said, I'm just Buddha experiencing the cold. I'm still Buddha. So we're just learning how to be in this world without reacting, without letting everything get to us so much. Just being present with what is. And of course, my favorite technique is focusing on the breath, which is what we'll do for the next 30 minutes or so. Seeing if you can really relax into the pose. I know it's a tough one, but use your pillow, use your blocks or your props. And just notice the body unfolding as we hang out here longer. See if you can relax the muscles and see if they can soften. Got another 20 seconds or so. And slowly starting to walk yourself up. Just allow your spine to unwind nice and slow. So we're rolling up one vertebrae at a time. Head and neck come up last. Add a couple little shoulder rolls. Nice. Let's get into each leg separately. So bring your right knee into your chest. Let it open up to the side. And once again, find that pillow position that works for you. So you can just have it flat if your hamstrings are a little more flexible, and you can just fall and lay on your pillow. If you need a little extra space, you can bring your pillow straight up. Hopefully it's a firm one, and you can just bring your forehead onto the pillow. The point is relaxing into the pose here. So find the position that works for you. If you want to just stack a few pillows on top of each other, you can do that. So our right knee is bent, folding over the left leg. We'll stay here for 2 minutes. So once again, just let the shoulders hang heavy. Arms are on the floor on either side of your leg. We're just relaxing into it here. If you really want to be present with your body, just really tune into the unfolding of the muscles in your left leg right now. It's probably tight when we first get into it, especially if you've been sitting or standing all day and haven't had a lot of movement. And just see if you can follow your breath in every exhale. See if you can let it go. Let that tension go. See if you can soften. Imagine your entire back of your leg exhaling. What a beautiful way to stay present with your body. I almost lost track of time there. Just noticing my leg. I can feel my torso falling closer to my leg by just noticing the muscles start to loosen up and relax. And when you're ready, just start to come up onto the hands, making your way up once again, nice and slow. Bring that right knee in, extend it along the mat, and we'll switch sides. So left knee comes into the chest, let it open up to the side. Take your pillow, find that position that works for you. And then just fold. Letting the shoulders hang heavy. If you're just tuning in, we're just doing some yin yoga here. You can hop in anytime. We didn't warm up. We're stretching out our cold muscles. Noticing where we can soften. Noticing where we can let go and surrender control. Yin is a great way to kind of tame the ego. I don't really like the whole thing of getting rid of the ego. The ego is extremely valuable. It's really more so taming the ego. It's not letting it take over and start to tell you what you should be doing or how you should be living. So yin yoga right now, we could be really worried about how far we can stretch and be beating ourselves up over our flexibility and how we should have been taking more care of our bodies and blah, blah, blah. But yin yoga, we're giving up that control, taming the ego, telling it, I'm exactly where I should be. I'm doing my best. The point of yoga is showing up. And that's exactly what we're doing here. We showed up. It's enough. That is enough. I talk about it all the time in my classes. I tell people, of course, challenge yourself, but there's no need to compare yourself to anybody else in the room or even push yourself beyond your limits. I've honestly been in a yoga class multiple times where I just surrendered and I literally face planted on my mat and I just stayed there. Instead of getting up and leaving or pushing my body beyond its limits, I still showed up. I still stayed with my breath. And that day, that was enough. Sometimes showing up is the hardest part. So if you're here doing this yoga with me, congratulations, you showed up. You should honor that. This time I did go on a little rant. I lost track of time. So go ahead and start walking yourself back up. Nice and slow. Go ahead and release the pillow for just a moment. We'll bring the feet together, coming into a cobbler pose. And then here, actually make a diamond shape with the legs. So instead of coming into cobbler with the feet close to us, we're going to bring the feet further away. This is where you can take your pillow, place it on your feet. And once again, we're going to fold forward. So if you don't need the pillow at all and you can just fold forward comfortably and hang out there, go ahead and do that. If you prefer the pillow, just bring the forehead onto it, letting the shoulders and the arms just fall between the legs. Just letting everything go here. Take a quick scan of the body. Notice if you're still holding on to any muscles. Sometimes we notice you're like, oh, I was just kind of holding on to my right shoulder there. Just let it go, release it. The more tuned into our bodies we can be by doing things like that. Just simple things like noticing when you're feeling charged. Notice where you feel that in your body. Notice what muscles you're still holding on to. Maybe even ask yourself why. Maybe there's no reason. Maybe something pops up. It's a great time for self-inquiry. And once again, just start to roll up one vertebrae at a time. Nice and slow. Head and neck come up last. Roll through the shoulders. And we'll start to make our way to the floor. So bring your pillow behind you. So knees are bent, feet are on the mat. Bring your pillow right up to your hips, if you have a long pillow. And then just start to lay back. Walk your shoulders down so you're not crunched up. We want the shoulders away from the ears. Let the arms fall open to the side. And then find the leg position that's comfortable for you. So you can extend your legs. Oh, I don't have a lot of room here. Extend your legs along the mat. Let the feet fall open. Or bend the knees. Bring the feet together, coming into that cobbler pose. Letting the knees fall open. You can add more pillows if you want more of a chest opener. More of a heart opener. Stack up some pillows. Let the head and shoulders really fall towards the floor. Just allowing our chest to open up. Most things we do throughout the day, our arms and our chest or our shoulders are folded forward. Even just being on our phone, our shoulders can come forward, typing on the computer, driving. Just use this pose to open that up right now. Just feeling that expansion through the chest, through the pectoral muscles into the shoulders here. It's a great way to feel the belly fill up with air too, because our lungs are a little bit restricted here, so you can really feel the belly rise. Just letting everything go here. Just feeling the chest opening up. You have a lot of tension in your shoulders and your chest, even your shoulder blades, even into the back. Just doing this pose, allowing everything to soften, allowing the shoulders to sink closer to the mat. And we'll start to make our way to our second to last pose. Go ahead and bring the knees up towards the sky, and then gently roll off to one side. Remove the pillow. Actually bring it next to us. So make your way back down, nice and gentle. I'm just going to come into a spinal twist here, using the pillow on the side that you're going to be twisting towards. So it's nice and relaxed. So bring the knees into the chest. And then allow your arm to guide you over to the side. Opposite arm comes out to a T. If you can relax into a spinal twist without the pillow, feel free to get rid of it. If you want a little bit more of a twist, gaze goes over the opposite shoulder you're twisting towards. And once again, see if you can relax everything here. I always find myself still holding on to one of my thighs for some reason, and I always have to consciously let that go. Even this arm, go ahead and let it go. Just submit, let your body fall wherever it falls here. Enjoying that unfolding that you feel between each vertebrae as you twist. Really tune into that. Notice the sensations of moving your spine in a way that we don't normally move it in. Some people say we're only as young as our spine, so we got to take care of it. Twisting is a beautiful way to do that. And we'll slowly start to unwind. So bring the gaze back up towards the sky, followed by the knees, nice and slow. And we'll make our way to the other side, bringing the knees into the belly just a couple times. Give them a couple pumps. We got to neutralize the spine before going directly to the other side. Move your pillow to the other side if you were using it. And just allow your knees to fall over to the opposite side. Right arm comes out to a T. Allow the left arm to relax as well. Gaze goes over the right shoulder if the neck allows. And just notice where you can soften, let go of all your muscles. See if you can submit to the twist. Staying present with the unfolding of the spine. And we'll slowly start to unwind. Bring the gaze up to the sky first, followed by the knees, nice and slow. Go ahead and give the knees a couple pumps into the chest, or into the belly rather. And then we'll start to extend out into Shavasana, our final pose of class. So if you have something to cover your eyes, go ahead and put something over your eyes just to block out light. Extend the legs along the mat. Let the feet fall open as they naturally do. Walk the shoulders away from the ears. Arms come out to the side, palms facing up. I'm going to take you through a guided meditation here. So what we're going to do is we're going to scan the body with the breath. So throughout the whole thing, you're going to be breathing. Just stay with your own breath. And just follow my cues, but stay with your breath. So what we're going to do is we're going to imagine air going down to each different area of our body. We're going to imagine the air flushing around those muscles. And then every time you exhale, release. So see if you can relax those muscles even more. We'll get started in just a moment. So just notice how you feel here. Just taking a quick scan of the body. And then we'll begin. So imagine your air as you inhale going all the way down to the feet and the toes and the ankles. Taking as many breaths as you need here. Imagine every inhale, the air is flushing around those muscles. And every exhale, you just let it all go. Seeing if you can relax the muscles of the toes, the feet. Let them all go. And on your next inhale, imagine the air going all the way down to your calves, your shins, even the kneecaps, flushing around the muscles, flushing around the joints and the ligaments. And on your exhale, just imagine those muscles sinking deeper into your mat, letting it all go. On your next inhale, imagine the air going down to your thighs, to your quads, hamstrings, flushing around, grabbing onto any tension. If you're still holding on to those muscles, just imagine the air grabbing onto it, and then as you exhale, release it out of your body. Let it all go. And imagine the air going all the way down into your hips, into your glutes, flushing around the pelvis, grabbing onto any tension, any stagnant energy, anything going on in there. And on your exhale, imagine all of those muscles just releasing, relaxing deeper into your mat. Imagine the air going all the way down into the low belly and the back, maybe even flushing around those lower organs, grabbing onto any toxins, any tension. Exhale, let it all go. Imagining the air going all the way down into the organs, the digestive system, flushing around the abs and the back, grabbing onto anything not needed. If you have digestive issues, maybe just imagining that dissipating as you exhale it all out. Imagining the air going down to the chest, flushing around the shoulder blades, the heart, the entire torso, upper torso. And as you exhale, just allow your upper body to sink deeper into your mat. And imagining the air going all the way down your entire right arm, flushing around your bicep, your forearm, your palms. And as you exhale, allow the entire arm to sink deeper into your mat. And imagining the air flushing all the way down the left arm, the tricep, the elbow, the wrist. And exhaling it all out, relaxing each of those muscles. And imagining the air going down to the shoulders, the neck, the back of the neck, flushing around, grabbing onto any tension you're still holding on to, any stress. And as you exhale, release all that stress. Imagine those muscles just melting into your mat. Imagining the air going down to your entire neck and throat, and your voice, and your jaw. Just flushing around that entire area, grabbing onto anything that no longer serves you. Exhaling it all out, letting it all go. And then imagine the air flushing around the facial muscles, around the lips, the cheeks, between the brow. even the ears. See if you can let all those muscles melt. And then lastly, imagining the air flushing around the scalp and the brain. Just imagine that flushing around, grabbing onto any thoughts, any tension, any stress. Just letting them all go. Any emotions no longer needed. Just simply send them away with every exhale. Any thoughts? So for the next few moments, we're going to relax in Shavasana. The entire body should feel like it's melted into your mat. If thoughts arise, just simply send them away with your exhale. You can get back to them later. I will call you back when it's time. Happy Shavasana. Since you're in the comfort of your own home, you can feel free to stay here. If you're ready to get up, just start to wiggle your fingertips and your toes. And bring the knees into the chest gently, rolling over to your right side. And pressing yourself up to seated. And the hands to heart center. And like I said in the middle of class, just honoring yourself for showing up. It's often the hardest part. So this is the work. This is doing the work, just being here. Thank you guys so much for allowing me to guide you through your yin yoga practice and guided meditation tonight. Namaste. Please, please, please let me know what you think. If you're enjoying Wednesday night Facebook Live Yoga, give this a comment, a like, and a share would be awesome. If you're enjoying it, send it to everybody you know. And let me know what you want to do. Oh, this is the last one for this year. Next Wednesday is Christmas, and the following week is New Year's. So we'll start this back up right after the New Year. Thank you guys so much. Enjoy your night.